Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, we'll introduce R and explore the basics of working with data. We work with Arbuthnot dataset. It contains London birth records. In this video, we will introduce, install, and load R packages, explore the dataset, plot data with ggplot2, and create new variables. Here are some shortcuts I use often to code faster and work effectively. I have listed them in order of importance. For example, the first one recalls previous command. You can press the up arrow key on the keyboard, so you can modify the code without retyping it. We will review them later. Okay, let's switch over to R. Working with data. First, we need to install two packages. The first package is called tidyverse. We type install.packages tidyverse. So this is the data science packages, including some popular ones like ggplot2, dplyr, etc. And the second package is called OpenIntro. This contains a lot of data sets for teaching statistics. So you run these two commands. I already have those two packages in my computer. Okay, after the installation, you load the package. So run the code, library tidyverse and library OpenIntro. Okay, now let's start working with data. First, explore the data set. One of the very helpful function is just called help. Help Arbuthnot will gives you the description of the data set. The question mark is a shortcut of the help function. So let's run the command. We use the shortcut command key plus enter, or if you use Windows, control plus enter. Okay, now we have the help with the help description with the data set. Male and female birth in London. The description and format with 3 variables, year and boys and girls, and the details. Okay, so let's take a first look of the data set. We can use a glimpse function, control enter. Okay, so this gives us some information, 82 rows, 82 observations with 3 columns. So 3 variables, year, boys, number of the boy birth, and the number of the girl birth. We can also fill in the data frame format. Run header Arbuthnot. Okay, so this gives you 6 data points. So the table with 6 rows and 3 columns, with the first column year and the second column boys and the third column girls. They are all integers. Okay. Next important operator is the dollar operator. We can extract the variables from the data set. So Arbuthnot dollar boys will extract the boys column from the data set. We can highlight the command and click the run button. So it's the same thing if you use the shortcut command and enter key. Okay, now we have the boys information here. If we want to take a look, what is the year information and from which year to which year, we can press the up arrow key on your keyboard. So you can see we can recall your past commands. So we just modified the code to put on the year information. So this will give us the year information since 1629 to 1710. Okay. So you can also use the pipe function. So pipe function takes the file on the left to pass it to as the first argument to the function on the right. So this means we pipe the data set to the pool function. So, or you pass the information of the data set to the pull function. So pull something out, which means I want to pull the boys information from the data set. So this one gives us the same function as the dollar operator. Let's run the command. Okay, so we pull the boys information here. Sorry, this is the boys. In your homework, it's girls. Okay, so although it seems if you use the dollar operator, it's more simple command. But if you have in the future, if the situation becomes complicated, and with the multi-step procedure, the pipe function will be more powerful and elegant, working very well. For example, let's see if I want to check which years are included. I can first pipe the data set to the pull function and pull the year out of the data set. And after that, I have the variable year, and I want to know what is the range of the year. It's since which year to which year, and I can use the range function. So now you apply the two pipes to the data set. So let's run the command. Okay, we see the range of the year is from 1629 to 1710. Okay, and I want to see are those years consecutive? Is it from 1629, 1630, or skip 1630? So I can apply the differ function to see the difference between those like two years. Okay, so we see all of them are 1, which means those years are consecutive. Now I also want to, after we pull the year information from the data set and apply the differ function to the variable year. And I also want to apply the table function and to see a summary of those like a category. Yeah, so it gives us information. We all have the ones, and we have 81 of ones because we have 82 rows, and each of them has a distance, has a gap of 1. So we have 81 of the ones. Okay, so from this command, you will see the elegance of the pipe function. You apply 3 pipes here, and the code is very elegant and working well. Next, we want to introduce the summarize function. We pipe the data set to the function summarize. Okay, and what we want to summarize here, we want to summarize the minimum number of the boys' birth and the mean number, okay, and the maximum number, and assign them to the mean boys, and maximum boys, and close with the parentheses. Okay, so let's run the code. This gives us a table of 1 by 3, minimum of the boys 2890, mean of the boys, and maximum number of the boy birth. Certainly, we can also use the summary command function to summarize the information. Okay, so if you use a summary, we have the 3 variables, and each of them will give the 5 number. Okay, so for a simple data set, you can just use a summary, but for some complicated case with like a multi-level summary, the pipe function will work very well. For instance, if you want to know the 5 number of the group, so like within the boy, we have a few groups, and you want to apply the pipe function to the group and find the mean, minimum, and the maximum, and the 5 numbers. In that case, the pipe function will work better than just the summary function. Okay, so I want to see in here, I already derived the maximum number of the boy is 8426. So I want to know which year the number of the boy's birth reaches the maximum. So I want to find the year with the most boys. In this case, I will use the filter function. Isn't those like function is easy to remember? I want to filter the data set and just get what I want. I want to keep only the rows that satisfy a condition. Okay, so what kind of condition I have with the most boy? So I write the condition as boys equal to maximum boys. This means the value of the boys is equal to the maximum value in the entire column. Okay, and note we use the double equal sign. So this is a logical operator. I want to know if this statement is true or not. If it is true, I just apply the filter function and to find the year, like with the most boys. And otherwise, I just skip. Okay, so now we pipe the data set to the filter function with the condition the boys is equal to maximum of the boys. And I want to just keep the row with this condition. I keep the row, the number of the boys in this row is equal to the maximum number of the boys in the entire column. Okay, after that, I apply the second pipe. Just pull the year information because I want to find the year with the most boys. Okay, so let's see which year. 1698. Okay, so this is an introduction to the pipe function. It's really elegant and working very well with the multi-step procedure, like a complicated data sets. And we will dive this deeper in later classes. And the third part is using ggplot2 to plot data. Okay, so there are two fundamental layers in the ggplot. The first one is the geometric object we call GEON. So this defines the type of plot or answer the question, what should I draw? Do I want to draw the points or do I want to draw the lines? Or do I want to draw something else? The second layer is called aesthetics, abbreviated as AES. So it defines axes, shape, color, sizes, etc., which basically answers the question, how should I draw it? Do I want to use a triangle as the shape, or do I want to use a circle to be the shape? And do I want to use the green color or like a purple color and the sides of the circle? And do I want to use a small size or large size? Okay, and another concept is the scatter plot. So this is a very typical plot. For example, number of the boys born in the y-axis. And the first is the year in the x-axis. So we want to plot the y versus the x, plot the number of boys born versus the year. Okay, so to start plotting, we first need a blank canvas so we can draw the pictures. So this is starting with the function ggplot, and let R know what is your data set. So data is equal to ABS0. And then define the x-axis and the y-axis. So AES x equal to year and y is equal to boys. Okay, includes with the parentheses. Then we are done. Okay, so let's run the command. And print P. Okay, see? The lower right panel, we have a blank canvas here. Now we can start to draw the picture. Layer 1, we want to add some geometric object, add points. So to adding the points, P is equal to P. So that is the blank canvas. The blank canvas plus the points, GEON point parentheses. Okay, and then print P. Okay, now this is a scatter plot of the boys, number of the boys versus the year. Okay, so this looks like a U-shaped. Let's first connect the dots together. Now we add the line, the GEON line, okay, to the scatter plot and print P. Okay, now you connect those dots together. So it seems there is an increasing, in general, there is an increasing trend of the number of the boys born. It starts with slight increasing and then decreasing like a U shape. And the fluctuation is not big and then increase steadily, but with dip here. Okay, so from the plot, I think we can see a trend of the boys' birth in general is increasing. Okay, so last thing we want to introduce is creating the new variables with the mutate function. So mutate adds the new columns or like modifies existing ones. We also use the pipe function. Okay, now we pipe the data set upsnot to the mutate function and create the new variable is called total. So the total is equal to the boys plus the girls. Okay, and after that, after we run the commands, then we update your original data set upsnot. So this should be have a new variable called total. Okay, so let's run the command. Okay, and then take a look of the new data set because after piping, after using the mutate function, we have update your original data set. We assign to the original data set. So which means your original data set has been updated. Okay, now good. We have four columns: year, boys, girls, and total. We can also construct the proportion, create a new variable proportion, and create another variable, the logical one. Okay, so we want to see the parenthesis, the condition, if number of boys greater than the number of the girls. If this is true or false, so this will be a true or false column. Okay, now print the data. Okay, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. Year, boys, girls, total boy ratio, and more boys, true or false. Okay, so this one you can see this DBL double, so which means we have the decimals, and LGL logical. So this is a true or false logical statement, the variable. Okay, finally, we plot the data. Okay, so data, and we plot with the boys ratio and adding the points and adding the line. Okay, so this seems likely not increasing, more kind of stable, the ratio. Okay, we can also add in the shape and the color. So within the line, we can add the line, use the color blue, and the size is equal to 1. This is kind of slightly thicker. And plus the points, we use the color purple for the points. And the size equal to 2. And the shape equal to 1. This is, I think it's circular. Okay, so let's run the code here. And print the P. Okay, now you can see we connect those dots, those points with the blue line, and those points with circle and with the purple color. Okay, certainly feel free to experiment with the different shape, different color, different size, and to see what happens. For instance, I want to change this one to green. Change the shape to 16 and change the connection one to red. Okay, So let's run again. Okay. Okay, good. So we have now the shape is similar. So the color is red, and the points color is green now, and the shape is 16. Let's change to another one to see what happened. Yeah, you can feel free to experiment. Okay, so I think that's what I want to discuss for this video. So, what else? Okay, I think nothing else. So, well, don't approach coding with too much seriousness. Just try to play with the code, see what happens, and most importantly, have fun with it. So, thanks for watching and happy coding.